7-gauge aluminum front splitter for the Crossfire. What we're gonna start out with is sanding the whole thing and then filing the edges so they're not super sharp. Then we're gonna do primer, black spray paint, and then clear coat. Originally we were gonna wrap it, but when we saw the price for that, we were like, no way. So, let's get started.
It's a fight against the gods.
Alright, so now that we got the sanding done on the splitter, it's time to do some filing. Just finished sanding and filing the splitter now, so it's nice and smooth, except where we sanded, it's obviously rough so the primer can stick to it. But we just marked where some of the holes are gonna go on the splitter. We already had that on the template, but we just wanna make sure everything's in perfect order because there could be minor differences, so here we go. Alright, we're on the next part of doing the splitter. Me and Jake got everything we needed. We marked where the rods are going to hang at, and we were deciding back and forth on how we're going to do the brackets for under the splitter where the frame is. So we think we're going to be getting L brackets that connect to the frame under here. So we're going to kind of just go through the process. We're doing this as we go, basically. So we're gonna get some shots of us drilling the rest of this together. The painting is gonna be last, so we'll see. Here we go. Alright guys, so we want to give a little space in between the bumper and the splitter. So what we're using is one washer up here, but we're also using these rubber washers just to give a little space. Just because when the bumper sits, it's hard to explain. It's one of those things you have to see in person. When it sits, it's got to sit like this. So you want to give it just a tad bit of space in the middle. So that is what we're going to go ahead and do. Alright, so as you can see, we took off the scrape guard. Honestly, that's just going to be in the way and you really don't need that with a big splitter like this. So that is completely removed, so you don't even have to worry about that. Sweet. Alright, so we successfully got the rods in. We got more drilling going on. We're almost done with the drilling. Jake's been drilling in the frame here, like I was saying earlier. We're using the frame as support for the splitter, since when you have a big splitter like this, you can't just drill into the bumper and call it a day. So we're almost there. Once we get that bad boy up, we'll be ready for painting, and after painting, that will be the splitter. We're excited. Using that for support on the splitter. Alright, so we basically showed you guys how we're hooking it up from the splitter to the frame and with the rods to the bumper and all that. So we're almost done. We're gonna, as you can see, we have the L brackets going from the frame to the splitter like we explained earlier. So right after that, once that's done, it's gonna be hooked up, we're gonna paint it, and it's gonna be an awesome 7-gauge aluminum splitter, painted black. But wait, today is the day of painting. We are almost done with the splitter, guys. So we're actually gonna clean it off so we can get a lot of the grease out. We're gonna try this Dawn dish soap. Heard some good things about it. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna wipe it all down, and then we're gonna get the primer on it, black paint, clear coat. That's gonna be it. Here we go.
So now we're primering it first after we got the grease off of it. After we primer it, we're gonna put multiple coats of black on and then clear coat it. And then put some little detail stickers on it, make it look good.
Stay right there.
Some graffiti on here, right?
Nah. Alright guys, we're done with the splitter finally. Took a while to finish, but I wanted to give a little recap on what we did. First, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Kendall. The place he works at, Scion Steel, they're the ones that hooked me up with the 7-gauge aluminum splitter. What I actually did though is I bought wood from Home Depot and made a template out of that, and after I finished that, I sent it to them. So thank you Kendall, and thank you Scion Steel. So after all that, we decided to file and sand the splitter. We filed it because the edges were sharp, and we sanded it so the primer had something to stick to so it wouldn't all just kind of flake and peel off. So after that, that's when we wanted to drill all the holes, get that out of the way. So what we did is we mounted it to frame with some L brackets, and we also mounted it to the bumper, and then we had the rods, the splitter rods going from the bumper to the splitter. After that, we wanted to get some of the grease out of the splitter, so we used Dawn dish soap. Yeah, it kind of sounds dumb, but it worked, because you could see actually some of the oil and grease coming out of it. So we used that to clean it. Then from there, we primed it, did some black spray paint, some good coats of clear coat, and it's done. It's ready to be mounted. That's the splitter, and again, thank you Kendall and Scion Steel, and enjoy your day.